Hi, welcome in everyone. My name is Dexion Dusk. I am your favorite non-binary dragon. And today for this weekly community message, I am using the Queer Tarot and the Sacred Self-Care because, okay, I have been seeing a lot of like anti-LGBT, anti-queer, specifically anti-trans um, comments and just posts and a lot of just yuckiness, especially like with the election season going on. And I feel like it's really important for us to learn how to focus on our self care, especially when we have to be active, when we have to be out in the world. That's actually a very big lesson that I'm going through currently right now, and it's funny because I picked out these cards a couple of days ago, and I just did a reading like with my ancestors, and that was the whole entire message. So it's just funny how things work out. Anyway, so all of that being said, I'm going to start with the Queer Tarot. This is by Ash+Chess. If you want to um, reach out to them, they do a lot with the queer community. I believe they were both queer themselves. Um, yeah, like just get into them. I follow them on Instagram. They post a lot of great content, and they have a lot of good products. So, anyway, all that being said, coming back to the collective or the community. What is the message for the community today? What is something that they need to focus on? We need to focus on, okay? All of us together. That's also a message that I've been getting of just all of us being reflections of each other. And this was like not a new concept, but it's something that's been coming up a lot here recently. So I see a lot of like reflections. Ooh. Okay, wait a minute. I feel like reflections could be a thing that could be really important for this next couple of weeks. Okay, so we got the Chariot card. We have the Knight of Wands. Ooh. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. Ooh. It was good until we got to the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so the Chariot and the Knight of Wands, this feels like a lot of movement. I just heard fatigue. Um, mm. So while we might be really energized, while we might feel really called to be very active this week, um, for some of you, you might even feel like you might be going on trips or might be like planning a trip here soon. Um, and if like that part feels really good, it feels like you are taking charge, you are making decisions on like where your life goes. Um, but oh, you also have this Six of Pentacles over here, which to me always talks about like people taking more than they should. People not. I just heard reneging. I don't know if that's gonna be flagged on YouTube or not, but that's what they said, so that's what I have to give. Um, yeah, it might be like someone like reneging on a or going back on. I guess that's the proper term. Uh, someone might be going back on a commitment, might be going back on a financial understanding. They might try to take more than they are like than what was agreed upon. And again, I keep getting contracts. I keep getting like something legal. So I mean, if you're trying to go, if you're trying to leave, especially with like some of you, like this could be in the realm of like work, where you want to go on a vacation or you want to travel more or you just want to have more room for that kind of like explorer energy. You might run into contracts like conflicts. You might run into you need to go back to like to the basics, go back to your first agreement that you made with someone. in order for you to have this kind of energy. Because again, I feel like this is good, but someone, you might find that someone has been like um what's the word? I can't find the word. Monopolizing your energy or your time. Okay. All right. So let me go. Whew, that was big already. Let's see what else we got here. Anything else for the community? That was a stack. Oh, the stack. All right. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. Let's do it. What time are we at? We're at 5. What time? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying. I also have to go to work, so hold on. Okay. Okay, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. All right. So the stack that just came out was the Page of Swords in reverse. Ooh. The Four of Wands in reverse. The Ten of Swords in reverse. The Queen of Wands. Or no. Yeah, the Queen of Wands. And the King of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. I just. It's a lot. Okay. So, for some of you, this is definitely playing out in like. This is some kind of like battle of. They keep saying control, but it's like almost like power, like a power struggle of sorts. Um, so you have the Page of Swords over here. This could be someone that like doesn't want to tell the truth, someone who is very childlike, like with their words. So they might try to like relay a message or might try to tell you something, but it comes off either very like negative or cruel, even because they just don't have like a maturity with words. For others of you, this is just a liar. Page of Swords in reverse for me is my liar card. This is someone who just does not tell the truth. And you have that right next to the Four of Wands in reverse. So I feel like this could be someone who like gossips and then starts a whole bunch of drama, starts like a whole riot, even if it's led to that, if it's carried along that way. Um, I just feel like they like disrupt your peace or they like disrupt your, because Four of Wands to me always talks about like finding the it's like a vacation. It's like a break. It's like taking a break after you've been working so hard, after you have been putting in a lot of effort. It's that moment of just like being in peace. And yes, it's also like a marriage card. It's also like a party celebration card. But when it's in reverse, it's like the opposite of that. It's like a riot. It's a fight. It's discourse. It's discourse. So the way that some people like deliver information, or they just in the way that some people speak, for a lot of you might be very triggering, or you might see where that has really upset your own sense of peace. And this is a really big healing with the Ten of Swords in reverse for a lot of the people in the community, a lot of people who are going to be watching. You've been struggling with this. This is what they just said. Like, you have been struggling with this a lot, and it's so funny how the cards are laid out because the. Do I want to? Hold on. Okay, so the Chariot is right above the Four of Wands. So you're moving away from this discourse. You're moving away from the fight, from the drama, from the riot. And then, as well, with the Knight of Wands, that's a lot of movement. You're deciding to do things based on this healing that you're receiving, or you're deciding to heal, however, this is from you. But remember, this is like you going out into the world. This is you exerting your own dominance in a sense, and over here this is all the stuff that you're moving away from. So that's actually very beautiful. I like that a lot. Now, at the end, I feel like this is so much deeper than it's always a lot deeper than I thought it was going to be, and I welcome that. Now, okay, for the ones of you who are doing the moving away, the ones of you who are um, realizing and grasping onto your personal power, you're coming up as the Queen of Wands, and I actually really love this Queen of Wands. I actually really love her a lot, them a lot. But the Queen of Wands to me is someone who is. I just heard a magnet. If you guys watch Mommy Spirit, please go watch her. She was just talking about that in her Leo like energy today, or at the time that she was recording. Anyway, the Queen of Wands can be a bit of a magnet. She is someone. They are someone who is very bright, someone who loves themselves. They sit in their own sensuality and their sexuality, and they don't like necessarily broadcast that to everyone, but they have it like they don't shy away, like they don't dim their light, right? So I feel like for a lot of people in the community, this is you. This is you're finding your way to this Queen of Wands. You're finding your way into. Did I say cups earlier? I don't know. I don't know. It's a Queen of Wands. Okay, fire. But you are finding your way into um, this wholeness inside of yourself, this respect and this love for who you are in your own energy, right? And being able to like direct where that goes. But then right after that, you have this King of Pentacles in reverse. This king, this is someone who wants to control financially. King of Pentacles to me can be a bit of like the boss or like HR who like is either messing up all your paychecks or someone who again wants to take more than they need. They take more than what is expected. So, really watch your documentation and your paychecks this week, y'all, for real. Especially when it comes to vacation time. I feel like that is going to be a really big thing. All right. So, I am going to pull just two. Oop, I am going to pull just two self help cards. Oop. Okay, and that's what came out. Oh, okay, and you got three. You're not. All right, so you got pleasure. I'll just pleasure. You got look to the stars. It's so funny that that came out. And ooh, and you also got health checkup. Also health checkup. So pleasure is very self-explanatory. It's also really aligned with the Queen of Wands because again, that is a being who is very connected to their sexual urges and their sexual energy, and know that that's a vital part of you. So if it's been a while since you guys have experienced pleasure, or like if you're like interested in like changing things up in the bedroom, now would be a really good time to start dabbling into that. Um, would look to the stars, look to see and track where the moon is. The moon moves through all of the signs throughout the month. It's usually in a sign for like 1 or 2 days. Sometimes it could be longer than that, just depends on astrology stuff. But look to see and track where the moon is because that will tell you a little bit about like where your like energy is going to be or where your emotions might be affected for that day. Um, and also for others of you, maybe you are interested in astrology and learning more about the zodiac. Um, Definitely dabble into that. Buy a book. Go to the library if you don't have the money, and just yeah, and just start looking and seeing what really calls to you. Looking at your birth chart too. There's a lot of good information you can get from your birth chart. Do not post it online and do not show it to everyone. That's just a warning for people who are just new. Don't do that. Okay? Don't do that. And then lastly, maybe I need to go to the doctor. Uh, Health checkup. So definitely go to the doctor, especially if you've been experiencing anything or like had any symptoms of stuff. Um, Especially if you do want to travel, if you do want to be out in the world, there's just a lot of stuff in the air. And I want to make sure that everyone's staying prepared and safe in the best way that you know how. All right? But all of that being said, I'm a go. If you want to see more of me, you can head over to my website, dexiondesk.com. That's where you can find all my bookings, more stuff about yours truly. If you want a tip, it's under the contact link. It has my PayPal and my Cash App there. If you want a personal reading with me, you can also come visit me at Queen of Cultivation. Queen of Cultivation. 8450 West Sahara, Suite 109. That is also linked on my website. Hope to see you guys soon. I'm gonna go. Bye.